Assalamualaikum to Madam Shamalia. We are from Group 6 and our group members are Muazzam Shah, Muhammad Faiz, Muhammad Shahziri, Nur Zafira and Fazlin Shafika. So without further ado, let's start.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nazafira and I will explain the introduction of the proposal for the Visit Year Kedah 2023. As a travel agency, we are required to promote Visit Kedah Year 2023 with a new target of 3 million tourists arriving in the state. We comprehensively need to propose the best proposal based on the customer's requests, mainly to develop a policy, standard and initiative in promoting Kedah. Based on the RFP, RM1 million is being allocated for the budget and the project will begin on 1st January until 31st December 2023. Next, the background of the company. Troopers Travels Neighborhood is a registered travel agency in Alustar, Kedah. The company founder is Shahrul Nizam and the type of business is a sole proprietorship. The agency was created on 1st June 2012 and was legally registered under the Ministry of Tourism. Troopers Travels specialize in all travel requirements, including Malaysia holiday package, international vacations, inbound and outbound tours, educational tours, ground tour arrangement, and any tourism events. We also help the customer in organizing the events. Troopers Travel have around 50 staff and help organize meeting, incentive, conference, exhibitions, and corporate events such as product launch, significance events, team building, gala dinner, and team domestic parties and international destinations. The visions of Troopers Travel is to become a Bumi Putra tourism company that is known and trusted around the world, while the missions are to provide services that can give customers the most satisfactions in terms of quality and affordability, to have highly productive employees dedicated to providing excellent service, and to be the most efficient, profitable and admired travel company.
Now, I'm going to explain about the project work objective. The objective of the project is first, to run event and activity based on the allocation budget and time duration. Next, the second objective is to introduce and promote Kedah through culture, agri-tourism, eco-tourism, adventure tourism and aquaculture tourism. And lastly, the third objective is to explore historical and breathtaking place in Kedah. We move on to the main activity objective. Visit Kedah Year 2023 is an event promoting Kedah as the best and preferred tourist destination. Troopers Travels Sdn Bhd is an agency that participates in offering a proposal plan based on the request for proposal. The goal of the RFP is to promote Kedah with a target of 3 million tourists. We came out with various ideas to develop many events and activities, especially for visitors and tourists. Most of all, the potential event and activity will drive and attract people to come and explore Kedah by showing nature and its unique natural heritage. Troopers Travels Sdn Bhd designed to focus on heritage culture, agro-tourism, eco-tourism, adventure tourism and aqua-tourism. Thus, the event and activity will be run based on allocation budget of 1 million ringgit and duration for 1 year, starting 1st January 2023 until 31st December 2023. Those activities are exciting and are able to attract visitors to join.
The administration and coordination of tasks to accomplish a goal is management. Setting the organization's strategy and organizing staff effort to achieve this goal through the application of resources available are examples of such administration activities. The seniority system used for staff workers inside a company is also referred to as management. According to Rosickel in 2021, a deliverable is a product or service that project generates for its customer, client or project sponsor. Deliverables may be internal or external in project management. An internal deliverable is work performed inside your organization that is not visible to outsiders. An external deliverable is revenue-generating work performed for a client, customer, or stakeholders. The project timeline consists of the time and duration of an event and activities during the project run that need to be scheduled. For instance, Troopers Travels Neighborhood in project of Visit Kedah has a timeline, especially schedule management like trade Gantt chart, network diagram, responsibility metric, and work breakdown system (WBS). The project timeline benefit from offer a clear path of event and activities forward. It is clear which action must be taken first and what must occur next. The timeline guarantees that everyone has the same objective and goals. For a project to be successful, we need the participation of the whole team. Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd has generated some deliverables in this project on Visit Kedah 2023. The first deliverable is the location or venue of the event. As an event planner, there are locations in Kedah that need to be surveyed by our team before starting the program and activities. The right side ensure that the event meets all standards and the audience has a positive experience. Furthermore, this project deliverable is a PA system. The PA system is crucial for transmitting the message to the audience and enhancing the atmosphere, especially in big venues and large-scale events. Our team is responsible for determining the optimal places for speakers to convey sound so the project may go without a hitch. Work Breakdown Structure, WBS, is a type of project management that offers a graphic way to representing a variable within the project. WBS is a way to divide and conquer large projects to get things done faster and more efficiently. The goal of WBS is to make a large project more manageable. WBS that has been generated by Troopers Travel consists of 3 levels, where Level 0 has 1 item, Level 1 has 6 activities, Level 2 has 30 activities, and Level 3 has 132 activities. Work Breakdown Structure, WBS, is a type of project management that offers a graphic way to representing a variable within the project. WBS is a way to divide and conquer large projects to get things done faster and more efficiently. The goal of WBS is to make a large project more manageable. WBS that has been generated by Troopers Travel consists of 3 levels, where Level 0 has 1 item, Level 1 has 6 activities, Level 2 has 30 activities, and next is the responsibility metric. The responsibility metric illustrates how many individuals that involve and are responsible for the execution of the project. The focus of the responsibility metric is to identify and recognize the role and individuals that will assign for the particular activity. The responsibility metric uses P for primary and S for support responsibility for each work package. For example, on social media platform, Siti is the primary and has received support from Kumar, Abu, Shafiq, Adam and Ali. Next is the responsibility metric. The responsibility metric illustrates how many individuals that involve and are responsible for the execution of the project. The focus of the responsibility metric is to identify and recognize the role and individuals that will assign for the particular activity. The responsibility metric uses P for primary and S for support responsibility for each work package. For example, on social media platform, Siti is the primary and has received support from Kumar, Abu, Shafiq. Gantt chart is a project management tool that assists in planning and scheduling the project. Gantt chart shows the start date and finish date of a project. This is the Gantt chart for Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd, which we run on 1st January 2023 until 31st December 2023. Troopers Travel has 6 mother task activities and 133 predecessors. The total duration of Visit Kedah Year 2023 project is 312 days. Gantt chart is a project management tool that assists in planning and scheduling the project. Gantt chart shows the start date and finish date of a project. This is the Gantt chart for Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd, which we run on 1st January 2023 until 31st December 2023. Troopers Travel has 6 mother task activities and 133 predecessors. The total duration of Visit Kedah Year 2023 project is 312 days. Gantt chart is a project management tool that assists in planning and scheduling the project. Gantt chart shows the start date and finish date of a project. This is the Gantt chart for Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd, which we run on 1st January 2023 until 31st December 2023. Troopers Travel has 6 mother task activities and 133 predecessors. The total duration of Visit Kedah Year 2023 project is 312 days. Gantt chart is a project management tool that assists in planning and scheduling the project. Gantt chart shows the start date and finish date of a project. This is the Gantt chart for Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd, which we run on 1st January 2023 until 31st December 2023. Troopers Travel has 6 mother task activities and 133 predecessors. The total duration of Visit Kedah Year 2023 project is 312 days. Gantt chart is a project management tool that assists in planning and scheduling the project. Gantt chart shows, firstly, a network diagram. A network diagram is a graphical representation of all project duties, responsibilities, and workflow. A network diagram is applied to present the timeline and job cycle of the project. A project network diagram is an important tool because it helps team to visualize the activities that need to be complete over the duration of a project. It also gives crucial contents like task duration, sequence, and dependency. A network diagram illustrates the scope of the Troopers Travel project as it covers every single action and outcome that is related to the project. Lastly, a network diagram. A network diagram is a graphical representation of all project duties, responsibilities, and workflow. A network diagram is applied to present the timeline and job cycle of the project. A project network diagram is an important tool because it helps team to visualize the activities that need to be complete over the duration of a project. It also gives crucial contents like task duration, sequence, and dependency. A network diagram illustrates the scope of the Troopers Travel project as it covers every single action and outcome that is related to the project. Lastly, a network diagram. A network diagram is a graphical representation of all project duties, responsibilities, and workflow. A network diagram is applied to present the timeline and job cycle of the project. A project network diagram is an important tool because it helps team to visualize the activities that need to be complete over the duration of a project. It also gives crucial contents like task duration, sequence, and dependency. A network diagram illustrates the scope of the Troopers Travel project. For the organizational chart, there are 6 managers that are responsible to handle the project of Visit Kedah Year 2023. A project manager, Sharul Nizam, is the person responsible for developing, organizing, carrying out, and integrating an organization's strategic direction. This involves accountability for all organizational units and divisions. Haikal Zakaria, as the operation manager, is in charge of putting the appropriate procedure and standards into place throughout the company. An operation manager specializes responsibilities including developing strategy, enhancing performance, obtaining supplies and resources, and ensuring compliance. The process of coordinating resource development, preservation, and distribution to achieve organizational goal is known as management. A management manager responsibilities include both the planning, directing, coordinating, and managing operation categories of management job. Amin Hassan is in charge of this position. Performance manager that take place by Nur Amirah are more concerned with the strategic view of performance. She is also responsible to design policies that ensure efficient management of performance in an organization and defining and acting upon the core values relating to performance. A marketing manager who takes over from Siti Rahana is involved in developing marketing campaign to promote service, product, event or campaign. The role of marketing executive also includes planning and organizing event, sponsorship, advertising, public relations and research. A finance manager led by Siti Sofia is responsible for producing and analyzing financial reports such as cash flow statement and profit projection to determine way to improve financial performance and ensure that their organization meet all applicable standards, regulations and law. Troopers Travel had experience organizing campaign to raise public awareness at the Ahmad Jaya Mall in Alor. Troopers, together with the Kedah state government, launched the Save the Shark Fin campaign in 2017. This campaign took place from 7 April to 9 April 2017. The goal of this campaign is to lessen shark fin consumption and promote sustainable seafood. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations State of the Global Market for Shark Product report in 2015, Malaysia is the world's 9th largest producer of shark products and the 3rd largest importer in volume terms, with 84% of imported shark fins consumed domestically. In this campaign, Troopers Travel held a series of public awareness activities at the Ahmad Jaya Mall, including an amazing shark race, a shark art workshop for kids, the official opening of a life-size shark sculpture, talk show, and a photo opportunity with a shark mascot. Besides that, Troopers Travel also engaged 500,000 Malaysians to voice out against shark fin soap consumption by signing a pledge at SaveTheSharkFins.com to raise awareness about the importance of sharks in our oceans and the urgency to protect them from near extinction throughout this campaign. In addition, Troopers organised fantastic fun run to raise awareness regarding to the importance of sharks in maintaining a healthy marine ecosystem and sustaining our seafood. Next, Troopers Travel collaborate with the Ministry Tourism, Arts and Culture and the Langkawi Development Authority (LADA) to ensure the success of the Langkawi Tourism Bubble Project, which was launched on 16 September 2021. We collaborated with them by serving as tour operators for tourists who visit Langkawi as part of this project. According to Bernama, in 2021, this project successfully attracted 38,748 tourists. The success of the Langkawi Tourism Bubble Pilot Project was extremely motivating and inspiring for the ministry as well as tourism industry agency and players, including Troopers Travel.
Now, I'm going to explain about technical section, understanding of the problem. The department has decided the date and budget for investment in economic development. As consultant, we have previously looked through the suggestion given by the tourist department. Therefore, we decide to introduce Kedah State as destination in tourist industry. Kedah State is around 9,425 square kilometer in size. It shares a border with neighbouring Thailand state of Perlis, Kedah and Kelantan. With Perlis and its rice plain producing more than half of the nation's domestic rice supply, it is referred to as the Rice Bowl of Malaysia. Kedah is a home to a large number of island, culture, historical artifact, hill town and beautiful waterfall. Just off the western coast of Kedah is the fabled and well-known island of Langkawi. It has Bujang Valleys where along the other archaeological find proof of the existence of the ancient civilization going back to the 6th century was discovered. Not to mention its extensive paddy fields, which stretch over the undulating hill in the background and offer peace and breathtaking view. Plus, Kedah is not too difficult to reach. The state provides both local airport in Alor and international airport in Langkawi. Through its boat service, you may also go back and forth from Langkawi to the mainland. You might get there via bus, private vehicle or rail while on land. Propose problem or solution. As consultant, we advocate periodically improving marketing technique to address issues encountered by customer. For instance, we stage the Visit Kedah Year 2023 festival to promote Kedah and help the Department of Tourism improve the sector and reputation both domestically and internationally. Additionally, it's crucial to use efficient promotion to spread the message the organizer want to get through as many people as possible. Since this was been our area of expertise for the previous few years, we believe that this assignment provided by the Department of Tourism can be carried out successfully. Additionally, consultant will use social media as the primary channel for making announcement about this project to guarantee this marketing plan is successful. Therefore, in order to guarantee that this marketing strategy goes as planned and easily, Troopers Travel will make an effort to prevent creating a work environment that is less productive and will negatively impact the project. Lastly, benefit to customer. The Department of Tourism gains from promoting business growth in the Kedah tourist industry as a result of the solution that has been put into place. Additionally, it indirectly creates job possibility for residents, which helps strengthen their economic foundation. With this existence of the tourist industry, the population living standard will also indirectly rise. Next, Kedah will get more recognition in both the agriculture and tourism industry. More people may come to the region as a result of it. This demonstrates that rural place may be developed and made known to all of our nation's town.
For this cost section, Project Cost Management provides an overview of the key processes required to ensure that the project is completed within the approved budget and within the stipulated time frame. For the Visit Kedah Year 2023 project, the budget provided is 1 million ringgit Malaysia for the project activity within 12 months. So here is the cost section of the money were allocated in each division under the cost estimation management. There were 6 divisions to be introduced for the project task. First is the advertisement to promoting the project. There are 5 activities under the advertisement which cost around 22,800 ringgit Malaysia to promote the event throughout the social media platform and many more. Second is the Tamasha Mai Kedah, which also have 5 activities under it, such as opening ceremony, some traditional games, exploring foods and many more, which cost 17,910 ringgit Malaysia. The third is Kedah Agritourism of the Year, which also have 5 activities under it, such as running a campaign, having cook expo, food fiesta and so on, which cost about 21,200 ringgit Malaysia. Next, there also have 5 activities under Kedah Ecotourism, the Truly Bliss, by going to visit historical places and tourist attractions in Kedah, which total amount of 57,600 ringgit Malaysia. After that, for the Kedah Go Adventure for Life and its health activities of interest to all age group, which can help to stay healthy and energetic, which is cost 113,920 ringgit Malaysia. And lastly, for the Visit Kedah Year 2023, the 2023 Aquaculture Festival and its activities such fishing competition, special night gala where there are bouquets, and for the project closing, which is cost for 36,068 ringgit Malaysia, and for the total actual cost for the project is 269,498 ringgit Malaysia. Next is for the development cost, where is the other money allocated in terms of employee salaries for a year, which is 312 days, which have been deducted Sunday, which is a holiday. Then all employee salaries will be added for a month and get a total of 52,500 ringgit Malaysia, and will be multiplied by 12 months and will get the total of 630,000 ringgit Malaysia. Lastly, the most important things to be included is the contingency cost, known as an amount of money that comprise the cover future or possible event that are not specifically accounted for in a cost estimates or budget. In project management, a contingency budget is a sum of money set aside to pay for unforeseen circumstances that are precisely anticipated in a cost estimate. For instance, the contingency may be identified as a calculating and contracting contingency in the construction cost estimate, which is normally required for a bid estimate. Therefore, the whole cost for the company total about 100,502 ringgit Malaysia is for the contingency cost. 269,498 ringgit Malaysia is for the cost estimation management and 630,000 ringgit Malaysia is for the development cost. So, for the total of this cost section for the money location will prove that we had fully utilized the 1 million ringgit Malaysia.
The next section is risk analysis. Risk analysis is the procedure to control and about areas that are exposed to risk. The primary objective of risk identification is to understand what risks may occur in the context of project's explicit and implicit objective. This enables Trubus Travel to generate true preparation based on threats or events that may seriously affect the project objective. Hence, risk identification development will serve as a guideline for us to ensure that the company manages risk effectively and efficiently. There are few approaches in identifying resources. Brainstorming is a common approach for identifying it. Warner 2019 defines brainstorming as a method of developing ideas in a group. As a result, it provides an opportunity for us to identify the presence of risk and its consequences. Another approach is to establish risk categories, which are grouping of potential sources of risk based on topic, and then identify risks that may occur for each category. According to Bell 2022, categorizing risk provides a consistent way of tracking what can become large amounts of data and determining where and when mitigation is required for effective overall risk management. The table 6.1 shows the examples of risk categories identified by Trubus Travel for Visit Kedah Year 2023 project along with risks for each. The first risk category is cost, where a risk that had been identified for this is project cost overruns. Next, human resources, where its risk is changes in membership of the project team. And the last is schedule, where its risk is delay in delivery of required material and equipment. The second component in risk management is risk assessment. Measuring the probability that a risk will occur is a component of risk assessment. Each of these elements can be given a high, medium, or low rating. According to Guido, Clements, and Becker 2018, risks can be prioritized based on their likelihood of occurrence and degree of impact. Risks with a high likelihood of occurrence and a high degree of impact, for example, should be prioritized for more serious consideration than risks with a low likelihood of occurrence and a low degree of impact. A risk assessment metric, also known as a risk register, is a tool for assessing and managing risks. It includes potential risks, their potential impact, likelihood of occurrence, and response plan. Table 3.2 is a risk assessment matrix that summarizes the most significant risks and the information associated with them for the Visit Kedah Year 2023 project. As stated previously, the risk that had been identified for this project is project cost overruns. This risk has a few impacts, including scarcity of funds and increase the risk of project failure. The likelihood of occurrence for this risk is medium, while the degree of impact is high. The actions on trigger in risk assessment matrix can be defined as an event or action that automatically sets off a reaction. A trigger is root cause of such events, and it identifies the risk symptoms or warning signs. So the actions on trigger for project cost overruns is underestimating material or facilities cost, lack of knowledge, and lack of communication among staff. The staff that is responsible for this risk is D. For the response plan, provide project managers with the tools they need to track progress, reallocate resources to a lower cost resource, and use peer reviews to provide an informal check on progress as well as another set of eyes to spot potential problems. Next, the second risk that has been identified for this project is changes in membership of the project team, where it could give impact include delay of work, inadequate skills, and knowledge to complete the task. The likelihood of occurrence for this risk is low, while the degree of impact is medium. Statement of resignation from a staff member is the actions on trigger for this task. The one that is responsible in address this risk is Fauzia. Provide existing team members with more training or designate another member of the project team to learn the task during the notice period are the response plan to overcome this issue. Delay in delivery of required material and equipment is the last risk for Visit Kedah Year 2023 project. The impact for this risk include time overrun and cost overrun. The likelihood of occurrence for this risk is high and the degree of impact is also high. Thus, this risk could be considered as dangerous, which can harm the project. Its actions on trigger is dates for confirmed delivery of materials and equipment were not available at project initiations. The one that is responsible in address this risk is Ali. Increase communication with the supplier, utilize inventory management software, track shipments and report delays, and make the supplier liable for late deliveries in the supplier agreement are the response plan for this risk. Risk response planning is the third component is risk management. Planning for risk response is the process of creating choice and choosing course of action to improve opportunities and lessen risk to the project goals. It comprises identifying and designating people or parties to bear responsibility for each predetermined risk response. Choosing the appropriate risk response from a range of alternatives is frequently necessary. Therefore, there are two risk response planning strategies, which are strategies for negative risk, threats, and strategies for positive risk, opportunities for Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd. There are few categories of risk response planning for negative risk, including risk avoidance, involve changing the project plan to eliminate the risk for situation that is causing the risk. This is done to make sure that the project's objectives are protected from risk situations. Next is risk transfer. In the risk transference response plan, the project team transfers the responsibility for the reaction as well as the effect of a risk to a third party. For instance, this approach is typically used to manage financial risk exposure, such as insurance, because it is the most efficient. The next division of risk response planning for positive risk have a few categories too, such as enhanced strategy. The technique to enhance risk response seeks to increase the likelihood and beneficial effects of the positive risk by analyzing its underlying causes. This will therefore transform the risk into chance that might raise the project's overall quality. Next is to share the risk. In order to use the opportunity to the project advantage, the share response method transfers ownership of the opportunity to a third party. Take partnership, joint ventures, and prize as example. In conclusion, risk response planning is an important step for Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd as the whole risk project process is fertile. The last component in risk management is risk monitoring. The process of tracking and assessing an organization risk level is known as risk monitoring. The discipline tracks and analyzes the efficacy of risk management measures in addition to keeping an eye on the actual risk. The result of risk monitoring procedures can be utilized to update failed earlier methods and develop new ones. Some risk monitoring actions include selecting alternate tactics, creating a contingency plan, taking remedial actions, and changing the project management plan. Risk response should be reported on a regular basis to project manager for the efficiency of project plan as part of risk monitoring, which should be a common component of program reviews. Additionally, analyzing and tracking risk reduction steps allows for monitoring of project progress. The risk exposure of the program can be regularly re-evaluated to achieve this. Therefore, risk could be considered a little issue, but it could have an impact on the entire project. Troopers Travel Sdn Bhd must continuously monitor risk. The risk that requires monitoring, for example, consumption of a high possibility of changing the project's objective, should be managed rather than the risk that requires less monitoring, for instance, consuming lower likelihood of changing the project's objective.
The last section is control system. The function of the project control system is to enable and evaluate project success. In order to accomplish project objective, a project control system seeks to reduce the time between project planning and project implementations to determine whether it was successful or not. Firstly, project estimation. An agency can forecast how much a project will cost, how long it will take, and what tasks are necessary to finish it by assessing the available data and using the customer informations. Project scope, timetables, prospective milestone, budgets, and hazards are all included in the project estimations. Secondly, project budget. Project managers utilize the project budget as a tool to predict the overall cost of a project. Budget estimation is frequently done during the planning phase, the first stage of a project's life cycle. Thirdly, the inclusion of earned value management system. EVPM is a crucial tool in tracking project performance at any point in the project life cycle. Through the system, troopers travel can identify costs and schedule overruns at an early stage, allowing corrective measures such as modifying project progress. Next, I will explain the controlling costs. For the Visit Kedah year 2023, troopers travel split budget expenses into 3 separate costs. Cost estimation management comes first, with a total budget of 269,498 ringgit. This component covers supplies, rental fee for equipment and facilities, travel expenses, and other costs that were incurred throughout the project's various operations. Second, 630,000 will be allocated to development costs, which includes labor costs. The last expenses was the contingency cost, which come to the 100,502 ringgit in total when the budget is spent for an emergency or unforeseen expenses. This cost will be used for cost management. Then, project scheduling. There are methods used by troopers travel, which are WBS, Gantt chart, network diagram, and responsibility metric. The project schedule will offer extra information about the different activity or stage of the project, such as how the tasks link to each other, illustrate the project progress, and allocate resources for each work. Lastly, performance measurement. Troopers travel using a balanced scorecard to measure project performance. A comprehensive KPI scorecard incorporates performance measurement for customer perspective, internal process perspective, financial perspective, and the learning and growth perspective. That's all from us. Thank you.